Tomorrow, the people of Haiti will vote for a new president. Their current president is Michel Martelly, better known as the outlandish pop star Sweet Mickey, who won the 2011 election in a most unlikely fashion. Martelly's surprising road to the presidential palace is the subject of a new documentary, Sweet Mickey for President.
It follows Pras Michel, the Grammy-winning rapper and founder of the hip-hop group The Fugees, as he returns to his homeland after the 2010 earthquake. It left Haiti a shamble, made worse by a corrupt government.
The Haitians are fed up. They just can't get a break. And now they feel like at this point they have nothing. They lost everything. They lost everything. So I was like, you know what? We need a drastic change. An outsider, if you will. You need someone who can inspire the people. So I called my friend Michel Martelly, and we started to talk. Man, you're the one that really can help Haiti to make that change.
Pras Michel produced the movie, and he's here to tell us all about it. Good morning.
Morning.
So as we saw in that clip, the movie really starts right after this earthquake. I said it really, as it's hitting almost, in a sense.
Right.
Why did you want to do this project, and why did you want to start it right where you started it?
Well, that's when I got to Haiti. I went to Michel Martelly, Sweet Mickey, and basically kind of convinced him to run for president.
Pras, did you really think you could pull this off at that moment in time?
I just, my intentions were good.
Yeah.
It was something to just help the people who've just been devastated for so long, So I did believe. I mean, I didn't know how we were going to do it, but you got to believe,
Yeah.
What was it about Sweet Mickey, though, that made you think he could do it?
Well, he's a big pop star in Haiti, and I think as a leader, you got to be able to inspire people and get people to do things that they normally wouldn't want to do, to make that change, And I believe at that time that he was the guy for the job.
Neither of you had any political experience whatsoever.
Or money, really.
Well, I mean, I was part of the Obama campaign in 08 and 12, so I kind of like saw what was happening. But yeah, you're right. We had no money. Wyclef, for example, had $20 million to go register. We had like $47,000.
Well, you mentioned Wyclef because that's the real curveball in this, because you start this campaign and then Wyclef Jean, who's your bandmate from the Fugees, ends up entering the race, but he's not aware you're behind Sweet Mickey.
He's not aware, and I didn't know he was going to run either.
Yeah.
So, because we weren't talking at that time.
Right.
So when he entered the race, it was like a shock. I was flabbergasted.
You were flabbergasted.
Yeah.
What to you is the most telling part? Because there's a lot of tense exchanges that are captured. What to you was the most telling moment between Wyclef Jean and, as these guys are almost fighting it out?
That two musicians are fighting for the highest office in the land. I mean, I think that was, because when you sit back and think about it, you're like, why? Because they have no experience. So it really became kind of like, it seemed like an ego thing. I'm a musician, I was successful, but now I want to be president.
Right.
Kind of like Donald Trump, minus the diapers.
Which is what Sweet Mickey wore when he performed. Wyclef ended up having to withdraw from the race because he was not a resident of Haiti. You wanted to get him to endorse Sweet Mickey. How challenging was that?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty challenging because, he lost to, Sweet Mickey.
Right.
When Wyclef is an international superstar.
Yeah.
He was the Goliath, if you will, in this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, he fell in place.
Did you guys make peace?
We made peace, yes.
Yeah.
For the sake of the country and the people, we had to make peace.
Right.
Sweet Mickey has been president now for 4 years. I'm curious, how do you rate him as president? I mean, do you feel like he lived up to all of the promises?
Well, I mean, look, he's not Winston Churchill. He's not Ivan the Terrible either, So somewhere in the middle, maybe leaning towards Ivan the Terrible, maybe. But I think the progress was the fact that the people's vote was recognized.
Yeah.
Because Haiti democracy. I mean, the republic's 200 years old, but the first democratic election was 1990. And so the fact that the people said, listen, even though he may be Sweet Mickey, wearing diapers, the clown, but we voted for him, and that's who we want. And you're going to respect and listen to our vote. And I think that's progress in itself. And obviously tomorrow there's a new election, so hopefully we can get back in track, get someone with some political experiences that can bring jobs, health care,
Right. The documentary is called Sweet Mickey for President and opens in theaters November 20th. Pras Michel, thanks so much for being with us. Remarkable story.